Hi everyone and welcome back to another card making video. Today I'm playing with products from the latest release by Waffle Flower, and I will be using this really unique die set that gives you the dies to create a love potion along with labels and tags. I will be posting the card that we will make today here on my Instagram account, and if you leave me a comment there, you will have a chance to win a prize. So you can check it out there. Now I will be also playing with a stencil. This is a matching stencil that gives you different areas that you can play with on top of that love potion. And I will show you how to use that. So I went ahead and cut out everything from white cardstock. And now I can play with the stencil on top. Now to make sure that this is not going to move, I'm going to use one of the grip mats, any size would do the trick. I'm going to place that on my glass mat, and then on top I will place the bottle as well as the top of the bottle. And you will find that at the stencil there are areas to add highlights and other areas to add shadows. Since I'm working on a white card base, I'm going to use only the shadows area. It is really easy to tell which one is which because it is marked on top of the stencil. There are actually indentations on top of the stencil that read exactly what everything is. So I'm going with light gray and I'm going to add that shadow on one side of my bottle. For that I'm using one of the detail brushes by Waffle Flower. It really makes the job easy. I'm going for a glass look, so I want this to look transparent. However, you can start with a colored cardstock for your glass, and then you can add shadows and highlights, which is going to give a look as if it is solid colored. It really depends on the look that you are going for. This stencil is really versatile and you can get lots of different looks. Now I'm moved on to a different area to add the shadows on the top of my glass bottle. And now I'm going to move the stencil on a different area so that I can add the liquid inside. Now I'm going for a love potion and I wanted that liquid to be red. So I will be playing with two shades of red, a lighter and a darker one. I'm blending everything and you can go as saturated as you like. And by the way, just before I used a piece of tape that is repositionable tape just to cover up one of the areas so that I don't make a mess when I don't pay attention with my brilling brush. So here is the potion. I'm going to move it on another area so that I can do the top of the potion, and this time I will use a slightly darker color of red. So you can really tell the difference at the top of my liquid, and now I did like that darker shade, so I will repeat the same idea again on the main liquid but only on the sides. So I am using that darker tone of red just to add some shadows on the sides. And of course this is going to be a love potion, but you can definitely use it as a vase. You can recreate water inside with shades of blue, and you can have you can stamp or add die cut flowers inside. I feel like it is a very versatile die set, and you can use it all year round. However, since I am going for a Valentine's card, I used the tiny little heart from the stamp set, and I'm going to stamp a few hearts on a diagonal line, as you can see, and I want to have those hearts as if they are bubbles coming out of the potion. Now I'm going to add the top, just add a dot of glue at the back, and I'm going to slide it. When you die cut the main bottle, there is a cutout there, so you can slide inside the top. Now the die set gives you many labels that you can play with. You can stamp your sentiment and stick it there if you like. However, I decided to go with one of the tags, and I'm using the smaller one. I'm going to stamp on top a shape that fits perfectly inside from the matching stamp set, and I am using a grip mat inside my MISTI. That's why I am able to do the stamping without using any magnets. I am using the same red dye that I used for the potion, so I'm not introducing any new colors. I want the color theme of my card to be in whites, reds and greys. So I also love the fact that I end up with a lovely stitching all around with this dye, as well as a little white border. I love the dies, the tags that come in this die set, just because they are really versatile and you can use them in so many different projects. Now in the matching stamp set there are many sentiments that fit inside the small tag. I'm going to use one of them and I did white embossing for that. Now I'm using a piece of double-sided tape at the back. I'm going to peel it off and this is where I'm going to hold my string. And then I'm going to wrap it around my bottle, and I know that it is nicely secured just because I have that double-sided tape at the back. I'm going to tie a knot and I'm also going to attach the little tag. Now my card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, just like always, but I need to add something at the background. For that I'm grabbing one of the old Waffle flower pads. So out of the grey with the white dots I cut out a panel that is slightly smaller than my standard card, and then on top of that I'm going to stick my love potion. Of course I want to have some dimension, that's why I'm using some foam tape at the back. And then you can either have your tag move freely or you can use some foam tape and attach it in a specific area just like I did. Now of course you can call this card done at this stage, however I wanted to embellish it a little bit more since I'm sharing only one card today. So I grabbed one of the die sets by Waffle Flower from a previous release, and as always you will find everything I used down below in the description area, everything is linked. So I die cut these leaves and I'm inking up just a little bit on them. This is going to give the same look and feel, the blended look and feel like I have on my main potion. And then I'm going to tag them behind my bottle. I am making sure that they are on a diagonal, as I know that this arrangement is always pleasing to the eye. And to make my flower composition look fuller, again I used the same die set to cut out these parts. I don't use the die as it is, I always like to cut out the leaves or bits and pieces from the dies to make them work for what I'm working with. So here I'm just going to stick everything down. And I did cut it out again from white cardstock. You see I don't introduce too many colors. The only vibrant colors that I have on my card are red of course and a touch of green. Now I'm using my Stamperia Iridescent contour liner, and this is part of my own collection, to add dots at the little circles there. And this is going to be the finishing touch, along with a few dots that I'm going to add along the way. I feel like the white dots always give a whimsical look and feel on a project. And I don't just add them all over the place, I kind of add them close to other elements, kind of as if they are part of a cluster. So that was the card for today. Here are some close-up photos. I hope that you had fun, that you got inspired. Don't forget to leave me a comment and press the like button. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I'll see you all next time.